Hey, I'm Cloaked, and this is my new Capelocked Hardcore Iron Man, and we're going to take Draynor by storm, one skill at a time. So, without further ado, roll the video. Alright, continuing on from our last video, which would be like the prequel to all of this, we have our character, H. Iron Cape, who is going to be our hardcore Iron Man Capelocked character, I guess. And with that said, meet our Capelocked character. I haven't done anything. I literally made the character, went through the tutorial, did everything like that. All of my skills have the bare minimum amount of experience required to get past the tutorial. The only thing that's actually relatively close is cooking. But we will go and get rid of everything, just like the person that I saw do this started. We're not going to sell anything, we're not going to get any money. All the money that we are going to get is going to be done by ourselves. Apparently you can't just shift click that. Everything that we do in this will have to be from ourselves. We will have to get money and everything along those lines from everything that we're doing. Looking into some things, I realized you can make money at the agility pyramid. It's going to be a little hard to make that money, but we'll be able to make a good fair bit of coin once we get to the agility pyramid. We're gonna need to get our agility up to like 70, 75 before we can even think about that though, because most of those are failable even before that. I think I should probably turn on or turn off auto retaliate as well. Considering we're doing agility, we're just gonna go to Draynor and level up there for a little while until we can move on to our next one, and so on and so forth. I guess until we get enough experience to go to, or get enough rooftop. That's the word I'm looking for. Rooftop tokens to get everything else. And I just ran past the entire agility course. Where am I going? And then where's our setting? Alright, so, Draynor. This is going to be our home for a little while we get... I don't remember what level the next course is, but we'll stay here for a little bit while we collect our packs and get our agility levels up. And I'll be back, I guess, in the next couple levels, or I'll pop on every time a level comes up. I don't know how much everybody's going to want to watch. Just tightrope walking over and over and over again, or what I really have to say on it all. Nor do I really know what to say for this. This is more just a... I don't really know what this is going to be, but... I know that agility is a skill that most people don't even bother maxing out. But, yeah. This character will likely have the first... And there's level 3. We'll have the first 99s that I've ever had. I'm really curious to see how this will go. We should fly through these early levels pretty quick, in all honesty. I don't even know if we'll necessarily get tokens before we can even go to the next course, which I think the next one's Rock. Looking into some other things as well, once we get agility maxed out, as annoying as it would be, we can likely add prayer into our next wheel, because we'll be able to get blessed bone shards from the giant worm course out in Varlamore. And this should be level 3. This is going to be super loud, maybe I'll adjust the volume a little bit. Hey, we can now get Marks of Grace. Or we got a Mark of Grace on this next one, I guess. Another thing that I want to try and do for all of this is I want to try and get all of the capes possible. So, you know, get the whole quest cape, get the achievement diaries cape. Much like the other character that I mentioned in the prologue video to this, I want to try and complete as much, if not everything, that I possibly can on this character. And when sailing actually is released, depending on what skills we have maxed out, and if we can do it, we'll throw sailing right into the mix, or maybe... Oh, there's level 4. Maybe we'll just skip the wheel when sailing comes out, if we can go straight into sailing. And if we can, then we'll just level sailing all the way up to 99, and that will be our next grind after everything. I'm not too sure when sailing's actually going to be properly introduced. Yeah, this should be an interesting run, to say the least. This entire channel isn't going to be completely dedicated to RuneScape. I used to stream a lot back in 2020 during the COVID era of every single person was a streamer type of thing. And I really enjoyed making content. That was kind of my whole point of this, and there's level 5. And that was the entire point of this, is that I really enjoyed doing stuff like this, and I wanted to make content again, but I wasn't 100% set on streaming. So, this has just been something that I've done with my friends on and off, is continuously playing RuneScape. Hell, we've even been playing Dragon Wilds after it released. So they'll probably be popping in and out of this. Another small issue with everything, I don't even want to call it an issue necessarily, is I work straight nights, and most of the time that I can record or anything along those lines is early or late and level 6. These first few levels are going to fly by, which is great. This run energy is going to be fantastic. So yeah, I work straight nights. Most of the time that I can record and even play is kind of on the weekends, but I work primarily 6 days a week as well, which doesn't help for any of this. But this should be good. This should be an interesting time. As I said as well in the little prequel video, I love challenger runs and everything along those lines. Yeah, I'll try and upload as frequently as I can. I know as the levels get higher, the uploads and the like will get shorter or more distant because of how long the grind will take. Hopefully, and there's level 7, hopefully whoever watches, and if you do watch, much appreciated. If not, this is literally just a pet project for me at this point. Some hobby that I kind of wanted to get back into and try and do and everything along those lines, because making content back 5 years ago now was a lot of fun. I just never really put my heart into it, I guess. It was just kind of something to do to pass the time when we couldn't do anything. But yeah, well, this should be interesting. I'm excited to see how all of this actually goes and what we can do. And level 8. I just skipped right past that dialogue as I was just trying to get to the next agility course point. I don't think there's many quests we can do that won't net us other experience. I know we can do like X marks the spot to get a lamp and a couple other things, but I want to save those lamps if I can. Mainly for a couple skills that will be a little annoying to get off the start, depending on how we go. Like if we get mining, smithing is no real issue. And we'll add smithing in. As well, if you guys noticed a skill that actually was possibly feasible, just send me, or just comment and mention what actually it was. and level 9 agility, and we got a Mark of Grace, which is fantastic, because we are going to need lots of those. On top of all of this, doing rooftop courses, we're going to get so many amylase crystals, so once we get a combat skill and our hit points maxed, we will be able to do herb lore and make tons of stamina potions, which we might not even really need by that point, but it'll be a really good herb lore experience and just anything else along those lines. Gonna try to keep the hardcore status as long as possible. I don't think I'm not great at this game, let me just put it that way. If we lose it, we lose it, and if we don't, we don't. If we don't, fantastic. If we do, it's going to be a shame, but I'm not going to be super disappointed in it. In my other Iron Man that I'm playing with my friends, I was deathless for a good while up until I did... What's the quest again? The one... You gotta go collect the crystals and all of that, and then I went into a cave, and I didn't realize that you could cheese it by getting him caught up on a bat or something like that, and he beat me down 3 ways to Sunday. And that was the first death that I had, and I went, huh. And that's level 10. We now do the rope swing to Moss Giant Island and use the Corsair Cove shortcut. I guess we don't get a new agility course? What, Oh, 20 is Al-Kharid. Oh, we're gonna need some money for the Al-Kharid course. I guess we could run the long way around. We're gonna have the stamina for it. And doing all of these courses will also, well, help with just any of this. I think we have to do a rooftop in almost all of them, like Artie, Faldor. I think it's a diary challenge for Fremric. Yeah. As the levels get more sparse, there will be a little bit more jump cuts, which also, sorry about the jump cuts. I just have a hotkey set up on my mouse to cut and paste, basically, for pausing. So if they're a little jarring, I apologize. Oh, we should go and grab our hardcore armor as well. That wouldn't be negligent, right? That's our own special armor. That shows that we're strong and we're not gonna die, right? Yeah, this should be interesting. If you can't tell, I'm not exactly fully used to just talking to myself like this. Yeah, I'm a pretty socially awkward person, which I think is probably why I enjoyed streaming. It was a way to... That's level 11. It's an easy way to talk without talking to people. Like, I genuinely can't look people in the eyes for the most part to talk to them, which is a very difficult course, or very difficult task. So, I don't know, I'll probably just talk about things that are going on in life, and blah blah blah, or shows that I'm watching, and other things along those lines, while we just tightrope and try not to fall. Another thing that I was looking into for all of this, because I was concerned about our low health for dropping off of courses and stuff like that, that shouldn't be that big of an issue, because it looks like health is reduced based on how many hit points you actually have. So we should be fine. We'll probably go to the security of Stronghold and try to get a little bit of the money so that we can, 1, buy the Chronicle so that we can get back to Barak fairly quick, and 2, so that we can buy some wines or something along those lines. Maybe even, can we buy bread? I don't really know what other food we can buy. I also want to steal somebody's ashes for whenever we get to cooking. Stepping stones, Karamja dungeon, blah blah blah. Yeah, because if we can do that, then we can get cooking, or when we get cooking, we won't need fire making to make the dirty fruit blast, so that we can start the recipe for disaster, and we can just buy random cooking supplies down there, which will, honestly, if we don't get fishing before cooking, that's going to help a lot, because we will just be baking a lot of pies. I don't know what else we will be able to cook other than going to the mess hall, which I've never done. Which I guess is something else that I'm honestly really excited for. Is just to try out new things that I haven't actually done in this, and I've just kind of been putting off on the back burner for myself. Because I've just been trying to catch up to my friends. They all have like medium to high tier characters, or high range characters, I guess, and my other Iron Man, as you saw, it's getting there, but it's not quite there yet. I'll be playing that on and off in the background as well, not while I'm doing, well, maybe I am doing this character, because this is going to be pretty mindless as well, but I do still need to put in some work there, because I want to try and do some of the raids and so on and so forth with them as well, because that was the whole point, is just, you know, goofing around and having fun with friends. Yeah. That is level 13 agility. We can now jump the fence in South Farrock. Honestly, rolling agility first is huge. It isn't, well, it isn't. Because stamina's gonna be great. We're not gonna have any issues. I don't know where the agility cape can teleport us to, and if it even has a teleport. What I'm hoping for next... Yeah, what I'm hoping for next would likely be fishing. Because we can do uncooked Temperos runs. We don't have to cook any of the fish there, so on, anything else like that. And we can just fire away into Temperos, and that will be pretty easy. I think that will likely be how we get to 99. We'll just buy our harpoon and go nuts there. But once we unlock Temperos and we can get the barbarian hand fishing, if we can do some things, and we can likely level strength without training hit points as well, because we can just barbarian hand fish the fish at Temperos. And if we get magic and have to get magic to 99 and then hit points to 99 and somehow roll attack before strength, I might go insane hitting 3s for the rest of our days. Our agility's now 14. Because I don't think that we would be able to buy strength pots, so I don't think we could temporarily boost ourselves to try and hit a little bit harder. I'm gonna have to look into some quests, and we're a long ways off from any of that happening. But I think if we do roll fishing next, we will be able to throw strength in for the next option. And possibly even construction, depending on how much we get at Temperos, because we get tons of planks at Temperos. So we can likely, I'll look into it, but I think we'll be able to add construction and strength in once we unlock fishing. Which, construction would just be a lot of running back and forth over and over again, depending on how much money we actually make from the agility pyramid and all of that. Because Temperos reward pool is a lot of planks, as well as many other things, but planks. We're gonna get a lot of planks, and we won't have to chop any wood. Or really do anything else, and there's plenty of things that we can make that are just planks. We'll just need to buy a hammer and go nuts, and if we make a fair bit of money from agility, then, well, why wouldn't we add in construction? Because, well, if we get fishing, then why wouldn't we add in construction next? Because that's just level 15 agility. We can now do the monkey bars under the Edgeville and the Corsair dungeon shortcut. Cool. Another thing that I possibly might want to do, I know that I was saying that this whole channel probably won't be dedicated to strictly RuneScape. I'll likely make short little videos on just random things that I like, and if people like them, cool, and if not, then, well, to hell with my algorithm, I guess. I know that diversifying in content isn't always the best thing, but I like what I like, and I don't want to get burnt out on things too fast, is the main issue, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing all of this as well, is to not burn out on my other Iron Man. So I think the goal for this video, at least, is 20 agility, then we can start Alcarid in the next video, which, honestly, this took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to here. I don't know if Gnome Stronghold would have been a little faster, but I did not feel like running all the way to Gnome Stronghold and trying not to get smacked by anything. In case you are wondering, as I jokingly mentioned in the prequel introduction to all of this, the whole incident with Final Fantasy XIV, I loved Final Fantasy XIV. I was a major, major fan of it. My friends and I played a ton of it. A bunch of stuff went down with an ex and her friends and all of that, and that is kind of why I stopped playing it. I fell out of love for 14. I'd love to play it again, but I just can't. It's no longer something that I enjoy. Hence RuneScape now. And if you were also curious about the game that I really enjoyed as a child that RuneScape beat out and none of my friends wanted to play with me, other than my brothers, that is level 16 agility, and we can now use the Yanil agility shortcut. It's an old game called Dark Ages, and it's made by Nexon, who bought it out from a company, I believe, called Crew Interactive, KRU. I thought it was a fantastic little RPG. Me and my brothers absolutely adored it. It is still running. It's not actually dead, but it's, I believe the player base is a lot of the same characters running multiple accounts at once, unfortunately. It's still a cool, fun game that every so often I hop back into and try and do anything in, but it's hard to play solo in that game. Don't check it out if you have nobody to be like, hey, try this game blindly with me. Yeah, that's a little bit about everything. And more Marks of Grace, nice. We might just save up for the entire set, and I'm gonna have to look into the speedrunning worlds. I don't think they net us any actual experience. So once we get the full set, we can go to the speedrunner world and try and reskin this in the speedrunning outfit, because I think it looks nice. And if it does, then, well, I'll gather the marks and I'll color it in purple, because purple's my favorite color, and as you saw, my other character had the purple set as well. And honestly, depending on how many Marks of Grace we get, because I'll probably mainline rooftop courses for a little while, until I can think of some other things. We might just collect every single graceful set. Excuse me, sorry. We are, what are we, 16? I know the Maple Syrup, who I've mentioned several times in the prequel video, and will probably mention several times in all of these videos, because he's honestly the main reason why I even wanted to do this. He started with Hunter. I've never... that's level 17. We can now do the Koren Catacombs Agility shortcut. I've never actually touched Hunter. My now quote-unquote main only has levels in Hunter thanks to Tears of Guthix. Yeah. So whenever we roll Hunter, that should be an interesting experience. I'm hoping... As much as I want to start and get Hunter going up and running, I'd like to get woodcutting first. I would like to get woodcutting first so that we can do birdhouse runs. Woodcutting will just lead into a lot of things that will be really helpful to us. It's another lead into fletching, but I think I want to do mining to smithing into fletching. Because if we can get... Well, the other thing is, if we can get smithing, I'll look into experience curves and all of that, and that could potentially lead us into range without doing hit points as well. It could just be a lot of, like, saving frog tokens until we get enough experience lamps to go and do the dwarf cannon, which I think only nets range or smithing experience, something along those lines. No, never mind. I was like, oh, we could go do Doric's Anvil, but no, that's strictly smithing experience. I'm gonna have to, like, heavily look at the wiki. Nice, another marketplace. I'm gonna have to heavily look at the wiki to see which quests reward which experience and anything along those lines. Because I don't think we can... Well, we're not gonna be able to start Fairy Tail. Or do Fairy Tail. I think Fairy Tail gives us... only gives us farming experience and all of that. So that's probably locked out, unfortunately, because Fairy Ring access would be great. This should net us level 18. Oh no. I'm in a slightly better boat than Maples, because he rolled Hunter first and I rolled Agility first, which is... he's constantly out of run energy, which is terrible for him. Yeah, I feel a little bad for him, but at the same time, hopefully I'll be able to, like, get to talk to him or something like that. He's, like I said, a big inspiration, or possibly even get to talk to Alien Food, who was another inspiration for all of this, because he was the whole Unguided series, which, if you haven't watched, is fantastic. I don't know how he does it. This is going to be level 18. So, we're now level 18. That doesn't unlock anything. Yeah, everything, if you didn't know, is completely unguided for him. He just reads everything. And when you have the attention span of a doorknob, sometimes that's very difficult. We have 6 marks of grace. I think we need like 260, something along those lines. I'm not looking forward to the Alcarid course. I remember it being really long, and I believe I skipped all of Alcarid and went straight to Canifis. I'm so disappointed that we can't go to Canifis. I'm gonna have to look into some other courses that we can do. I'm gonna try the Brimhaven course as well. I think we can die in there, so there's a possibility that we could lose our hardcore status in there. The sooner we can get up to like 60 to 70, the sooner we can go do the agility pyramid to get money for everything. It'll honestly probably end up funding the membership of this, because I don't really feel like paying for 2 full memberships. I just kind of wanted to try something new. And yeah. Maybe I can save up enough money with pyramid tops to to buy bonds. If not, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. We should be 19 after this. And another Mark of Grace as well, which is huge. The sooner we get those done, the sooner I can make a video on the speedrunning stuff too, because I don't know how many people actually do the speedrunning world, or even try to do the speedrunning worlds, but if you haven't seen the graceful set from it, which I'm assuming most people have, but it's really cool looking. There's a couple graceful sets that I actually want to try and get. Which, all we're going to be able to do is get graceful sets at this point. Oh no, we can get, that's level 19. At the Brimhaven course, I believe we would be able to get toad flax and all of that, so we can make a stockpile for herbs for whenever we inevitably get a herb lore. Which won't be until we can likely get range or max out our hit points. Because we're gonna have to set up a cannon to get the rat meat and the bear meat and what is it? It's like rat, chicken, bear. There's 4 of them. Cow. Yeah, we'll likely, if we can unlock range to get the cannon, then yeah, we can unlock herb lore afterwards. Setting up the cannon to level up all the way to 99 sounds terrible, but we should have so much iron by the time we're done mining to 99 that cannonballs are going to cost us nothing. It's more of setting up the cannon and trying not to die, which could be problematic. Especially if we don't roll prayer or anything for, like, protection from range or anything else along those lines. But I'm hoping thieving would also be really nice next, because then we can get seeds, which will make farming easier. And more money. I'm very poor on my other characters, if you can't tell, because I'm sitting here going, how am I going to make money doing this right now to do this? I think we gotta do 1 more lap after this. Well, it says laps until goal. Apparently 2 more, but something tells me, judging by this, it's going to just be 1. No, it'll probably be like 1 1/4. But we've done, we're getting 69 laps an hour, so that's pretty nice. If the music is too loud as well, which it might be, I can turn that down a little bit. Ooh, we got our first random event as well, which we will do. Hi, Leo. I'll help with your graves. Blah, blah, blah. I will be right back after this random event. Alright, and with Leo done, we have gotten the zombie gloves and the zombie trousers. we now have some fashionscape. I definitely could have left you guys for that as well, but I didn't want you to see me struggle to try and put coffins in. We're going to try and do every single random event that we can. I don't think we'll be able to do some of the Evil Bob ones because it requires cooking and fishing. Yeah, cooking and fishing, because you have to uncook the fish. We'll be level 20 after this. We'll go grab our Hardcore Iron Man stuff, and we will head to the Alcarid course, and that will be the end of this video, probably. And in the next video, and that's level 20. We can now use the Alcarid and pass a medium agility. Shortcuts, yada yada yada. I can't read sometimes. But, just like that, we have plenty of agility. 20 points of agility now. So, we got run energy for days. I've turned off auto retaliate. I'm gonna have to look into rune mysteries as well, because I may as well try and just get that done. We can get our air talisman for whenever we unlock mining, then we can unlock rune crafting. I still don't think... I need somebody to let me know if crafting would even be possible. I don't think it's technically possible. But if it is, just let me know and I'll add it into the next wheel. But I don't think crafting is possible until we get mining. And smithing as well, because then we can do gold. Unless we... we could have shoot sheep. Oh, maybe it was possible. Maybe I'm the dumb one. Please don't answer that. Armor. Wear it with pride. I will certainly try. We are styling. Alright. I'm gonna run over to Varrock to skip this little money passage for it, because we have no money. And that's, yeah, that's how the series is gonna go probably until we can start making some money. Hello, cow. Oh, yeah, we'll end up just buying feather packs and stuff like that for everything else. Cooking would have been super annoying right now as well. Maple's whole benefit to it was that he had Hunter first, so he had a bunch of Hunter meat and a few other things. Sorry, I got something like stuck in my throat. Welcome to apparently the Capelocked way where you walk everywhere. Hopefully mine won't be nearly as bad. We're gonna need money to get to Karamja from Grim Havens as well. Or maybe not necessarily Karamja, because I think we can go to Rimington and take a boat over to... Can we not do that? Yeah, we can do that over to Brimhaven, and then we can go in there. But I think that costs money as well, so maybe we will have to just like pick bananas and make some money that way, unless I get to the stronghold and want to risk the hardcore immediately. I could just go in for a little bit of money, but... With that said, though, we're now at our next agility course, and thank you for watching. That's going to be the end of this video, at least. I'll see you in the next one, where we aim for, what would it be now, then, I guess? What's our next course? Varrock at 30? Yeah, Varrock at 30. We could technically go to the pyramid, but I was looking into that, and I already know that we would fail 90% of them, so we wouldn't even be making money there. Maybe once we hit 40, we'll end up going to the Brimhaven course, or trying out the Brimhaven course, or even the Shazian course for some other stuff. I'll look into some other agility courses and everything else that we can do in them. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. I just ran off from where I was standing to post up to wave. Thanks for watching.